Morning, Ron. Can you hear me okay? So we'll wait a few minutes, see who else comes along, if anybody. There was supposed to be a brownout today, but that didn't happen. So what's going on, Mr. Ron? Everything all right? Good morning. Mark Richard, what's up, man? What's up, buddy? Well, we were supposed to have a brownout today, so I wasn't going to do a live stream. And we were going to go out and do some stuff. And then it turns out that it poured down rain. So now we're not doing it. So now we're doing the exact opposite. Bonjour. Good morning, board nomad. Let's see here. You're funny. What's up, San Francisco? Roosters, I like the roosters. I like nature. It's the jeepneys and the cars driving by that drove me crazy. No, but nature, I like nature. I like the sound of it. Hey, Shady Vista, what's up, brother? Hello, Jesus. Oregon Steve. Good morning, brother. You guys can hear me okay? I hope that's good. Yes. Okay. Thanks, Ron. Just double checking. Never know with me. Yeah, there's a lot of rain here today. It's we were gonna go to some friggin' rabbit thing. I don't know. May lined it up with the next door neighbor. We were gonna drive to some place where they've got rabbits, shaped of rabbits made out of bushes and plants. So they could, thank God it rained. I'll have to go do that. Dentists are there, it's cheaper without even insurance. Yeah, you can get your teeth cleaned, or I get my teeth cleaned for about 20 bucks. Actually, a much better deal was in Vietnam. Much more state-of-the-art equipment, and it was $10. Bring on more pretty girls. Well, I've only got a finite supply, but we're working on that. Yeah. You know why they canceled it? Here's the deal. They let us know about this brownout for a week. And so everybody planned and got ready and this and that and the other. And then I think yesterday late, they said, well, it's canceled. Yeah. See, I think I'm getting behind you. I like nature, having birds chirping and stuff, and even the answer the dog roots are coming up my ears, but I guess that's the way it is there. Well, I just, comparatively speaking, I don't actually hear it anymore. In fact, I've got where I live now is, let me catch up with what I got here. We got that, we got that, we got that. Let me just double check because all of a sudden now a bunch of stuff's coming in. So anyway, yeah, the dentists are cheap. There are better deals in Vietnam. And let's see, if I had any monkeys steal your food, I had a monkey almost steal my cell phone. We went to some monkey place. Thank you, Ephraim. Appreciate you. How was mass this morning, right? Everybody got rained out. In fact, that's why they canceled the brownout. There's some sort of church thing. I don't pretend to understand that's going on. And they canceled it. So, but what was weird was it was supposed to start at 6 o'clock this morning and last till 5 in the evening, which again is fine. The new place that I live in here actually has a backup generator. And so it would not keep everything running like the internet, but it would keep fans and lights on. So I technically could have stayed home, just, relaxed. But the girls had this thing planned. When I say the girls, it was May and the next door neighbor. She's been on the show, Regine. And They wanted to go someplace that's got these rabbits figures made out of plants and bushes so they can take selfies. And it's just like, I don't want to drive halfway across the island, but I will do it. I will sacrifice that for you, baby. Loud and clear. Right on, Ron. Thank you. Bring on more pretty girls. Yeah, you're behind it. All right, so let me get going here. G'day, Peter. How's Florida, man? I know it's kind of weird me being on because I tell everybody I wasn't. I don't hear them. I don't hear them. I don't hear anything at 3 a.m. Out here, we've also got 2 dogs, the owner's dog, and we're not supposed to have dogs here, but he made an exception for one guy. And I spend not 95, but I spend about 75% of my time sitting on the back porch because the view's really pretty. And I just like to sit outside. And it's also really fun because the 2 dogs are really cute. They play together. And I love dogs. And so it's just entertaining to me. I like to see the dogs chasing each other. And I hear the chickens and I see the, every now and then you hear a goat, but no big deal. Good to see you, Anthony. I'm ready for a Philippines vacation. I can relate. Whew. Stuff that's going on around the world, huh? Good morning, Mark. How are you? Thanks for coming on my little unscheduled program here. I heard about Apple dental office in Cebu is high tech. Yeah, I'm sure there is. In fact, there's one woman out here that supposedly got all the latest and greatest stuff, and she's like $50, what I understand, for a cleaning. Um, but again, I couldn't get past it. I went to a place called Dr. Tooth when I was in Nha Trang, Vietnam, and it was state of the art. It was super clean. It was super efficient. They were professional. They were nice, uh, and it was $10. I said, man, I could come here once a month. No raining. Oh, okay, good on you. Like I said, to me, it's a gift from God because I didn't want to go to this rabbit thing today. Yeah, it's Sunday. I just don't want to crack around. So the rain saved me. And no brownout. So I'm a happy camper. I think I've seen that place when he's getting some bushes. There were some little bushes that were shaped really expensive. Yeah. Well, here's what the thing is that if any group of girls that all know one another, believe me, whether they're friends or not, they see everything that goes on. If somebody goes someplace with a view that is got a good selfie position, everybody wants to go now. So it's some kind of competition, I guess. I don't know. What is up, Bill Pruitt? I'm just going to enjoy my Sunday here. It's Sunday at 10:30. Yeah, 8 crowns in Ho Chi Minh City for $900. Yeah, I mean, it's if you. When I was in California, my sister had a bunch of stuff done, dental work done, and we drove to Mexico. I went with her, and it was like nothing for all the work that she got done. And I went to a dentist prior to coming out here because I wanted to get checked just for a checkup. Just check me out. And of course, they found, oh, well, this filling's loose, and you got a crack here. We need to do this and that and the other. And I had insurance for it. And my insurance limit for dental was $1,600. And guess what the bill was? $1,600. Like that's something. Any word on the Philippines opening up? No. We hear so much weird fake news, just like you guys do wherever you're sitting. I don't know. And it changes. If I did hear something, I could relay it to you, and then tomorrow it would be a different story. So what everybody's been telling me, or what I've been telling people, is the advice that I got was just to look at the airlines. to check out the go on Orbit, Skyscanner, and see if there is a flight coming into the Philippines. Book it with a refundable option. And my friend Gary's done that, I think, twice now. And they've canceled it both times, but he got his money back. So he just keeps booking a flight that's refundable because he wants to come here, but he wants to go back to Vietnam. And he figures that as soon as they say, okay, come get on the plane, that's when things are going to open. So I think the airlines, if I had to guess, would be the best barometer because you can't believe what the officials are supposed to be saying. Mavic, how are you, beautiful? Good to see you as always, my friend. Let's see, Bridget, do we get a hospital? My girlfriend is there to see her brother-in-law almost died from a snake bite. They have no anti-venom. Yeah, it's weird out here. And people die. I just found out because of all this COVID stuff, people are throwing statistics out there left and right. Again, I never know what's real and what's fake. But I am told that more people die per year here from snake bites and rabies than anything else. I think those are the two. Oh, and dengue fever. So those are the three biggies out here. COVID, I don't think anybody's died in New Guinea from COVID. If I don't drink, I'm an antisocial. Do you think retirement in the Philippines could be a good fit? Well, if you don't drink and you're antisocial, I guess anywhere you're sitting, as long as you're alone, sober, would be okay. You could just do it cheaper out here, I suppose. Good morning. How are you? Why did you leave Vietnam? I've been thinking about Da Nang. Well, I didn't really leave Vietnam. I just went. I visited there. It was a vacation from my vacation, as we like to say. I live here in Dumaguete. This is my home. So I went there for 3 weeks, and I bumped around a little bit, and then I came home. Hey, thanks, John. I appreciate you. It's for, yeah, I got the most interesting guy. I'm glad you said something, Ben. I met the most interesting guy named David, who's going to agree to be on the show. In fact, it was kind of like his suggestion that he do it. He's been living in China for the last 8 years. And so he's going to come on the show. He knows, and he's stuck here in Dumaguete. He just came for a vacation from his vacation, and he got stuck here. And him and I met, and we've had 3 or 4 conversations now. And he's a really interesting guy. I mean, he's just got a lot of information. He's very intelligent. He's an artist and photographer. He's given me some tips as far as some inexpensive equipment that I can order so that I can do live streams outside and stuff as far as backlighting and front lighting so that you guys can see better. Because I know it gets a little annoying when the picture fades in and out or there's glare. And well, I try to keep it as simple as possible. I also realize that it can be frustrating to try to watch something that you can't hear or you can't really see. So we're trying to correct those little technical issues. Uh, okay, you guys are talking to each other. They keep you saying, well, good, Michael. I'm glad we're going to help you. Got any questions, let me know. Hello, Orlando. How are you, buddy? How well do you sleep? Was it easy to adjust? For me, I sleep like a dead man, and so does May. We both sleep really good. I'm just an early riser. That's the big difference. And in the morning, I'll get up usually at 3 o'clock. Like today, I woke up at 2 o'clock in the morning. Um, and you say, "Wow, that's early." But May and I pooped out at about 7:30 last night. We were going to go live last night, and because we had fun doing it, or I had fun doing it last night. Last time I went at night, and I had been on a live stream yesterday with a guy named King Lee on his channel, and he asked me, "Are you going to go live?" I said, "Yeah, I'm 75% sure I am." But we went out running around yesterday. We went here and we went there and we did this and we did that. because the weather was really nice. And by the time we got home, we were just pooped out, and we laid down to watch TV, and that was that. Who's that behind me? Who's coming out of the bathroom? What's going on over there? Hey, who's that strange woman?
I need to get a coffee.
9 years old, I don't know how you can do it. Brownout chickens, that would be USA #1. Well, right on. It's, to each his own, Greg. The brownouts don't make me that crazy as they're scheduled. It's a mild interruption. I like the chickens. I like the sound of chickens. So, and you like it there in the USA. So, I always say a guy should follow his bliss. Let's see. Go told me that you were going to do a live stream. Oh, you must be Gio. After King was on James and interview 2 days back. Might be headed this way. I'm not sure I understand all this. Go told me that you were going to do a live stream after him, and King was on there. James, okay. I'll figure that out later. All this Philippine stuff was nice, but we want some pointers and the secrets on Carmine. Brother, I don't even think about that anymore. And to be honest with you, I'm anti-car. And I was anti-car the last 4 or 5 years of my life there. And I had absolutely, positively no, I don't want to say respect, but I just was shocked at how short the public memory was. In other words, I'll touch on this for a minute. In 2008, when the recession came, everybody lost everything. Not everybody, but millions of people lost their homes, their jobs, their credit, their cars. And what people did was they hung on to their car because they didn't have any money and their credit was shot to hell and all this and that. And guess what? Even back then, I was watching what was going on, and I said, I predict that there's going to be a ton when this recession thing is over and the economy comes back up. There is going to be just a ton of 8 and 10 and 12-year-old cars being traded in when people get back into the buying mode. And for once, I was right. And so when people came in to buy cars after the recession and they had recovered, they all wanted the smallest car. They all wanted the cheapest price. They wanted the simplest mode of transportation. They just needed something new because this 10-year-old or 12-year-old gas hog they were driving was killing them, and it was breaking down. And so everybody had gone small. And then about 3 years went by, and guess what? Everybody forgot the lesson that they were taught. And they started going back into buying the 40 and the 50 and the $60,000 cars and trucks. And I did a car deal, and I had gone out of management and had gone back into sales. And for the first time, I walked up and I closed the deal, and the guy's payment was $1,000 a month for 72 months. And it was all for some whiz bang kind of, it wasn't even a special truck. It just had all this electronic gizmo on it. And for me, I'm a simple guy. And I think that when you buy a car, the purpose of a car for me today is the same as it was 40 years ago, 50 years ago when I started driving. I want an automatic. I want it to go forwards and backwards. I want it to have an air conditioner, and I want it to have a radio or a stereo. Because I'm from point A to point B. And when I go there, I want to be able to just put it in D and forget about it. I want to be temperature-wise, I want to be comfortable. And I want to be able to listen to some music while I'm driving down the street. How complicated does it have to get? And then the cars started to look like freaking Star Wars spaceships. They had buttons, and the friggin' radio would take half a day to program. because you want it to change colors with the mood of the song, and you could do this and you could do that. I thought if people lost their minds, the average guy only drives about 12 miles. How much car do you need? Okay, that's enough bad rant. Yeah, there's some kind of long-term visa that I don't know anything about, but well, I do, but I don't. I don't know enough to say anything about it. But there is a guy that's in town that is kind of that's his business, is doing immigration stuff. And I'm going to see if I can't bounce in there and see if he'll grant me an interview. Not because I'm not interested in it, but I know a lot of you guys are. So I thought I would try to do like a community service announcement for all you guys. Because I keep getting these immigration questions. I'm on a tourist visa and I have to renew it. I can renew it up to 6 months. And I can live here for 3 years on a tourist visa, 36 months. After that, I must leave the country for 24 hours. And then I can just turn around, come back, and start the 3-year cycle all over again. And it's never been an issue for me because up until this COVID deal, I was bailing out of the country once a year anyway, just to go somewhere. So to me, it's just a simple way to go. But there are a lot of the visa stuff that's long term, they require like $10,000 deposited at the bank. So if I had the 10 grand, I don't think I'd want to put it in this bank. Let's see. Tom Patrick, I am ready to leave from our little 3-month vacation here in the Philippines, going on 5 months. Yeah, I know. I feel your pain. I know a couple of guys that are stuck here. Where is Baby May? Why isn't she in your show? Well, what timing do we have?
Taray!
Pull up a chair. Here you go. Baby May has made her appearance. You asked for it, we give it to you here on the Old Dog Channel. Okay. Hello from Maryland. Well, hello, Orlando.
Sorry guys, I'm late because I'm bed for the editing the video.
Yeah, she's editing.
Good morning to all people. Thank you for watching 247.
You want to take over? Over in the middle of the sentence. Butt in anytime. I call her Yabba. That's her new name. Yabba. Why do you like calling you that? Because whenever I start talking, she won't let me finish the sentence. She goes, yeah, but, yeah, but, yeah, but. You know, I didn't finish my thought. She's got a new thought. So, anyway.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Wait, it's very easy for me.
Why is it very little you?
Yeah.
Let's do this. Okay. Hold on a second. Baby May.
Sorry guys.
The genie's out of this bottle.
Yeah, perfect.
All right, so I can get there in April. I'm just gonna go on a vacation. I haven't had a vacation in 5 years. Except for now, I don't want to consider this the daytime being long ago. Yeah, just I don't know what to tell you, Michael. If you can get here, you shouldn't have any problem leaving. I wake up at 3 a.m. every night to take a long hike to the CR. You know what? That's my motivation too. And like I said, her and I pooped out like I had barely even dark. It was like 7:30 or 8 o'clock because we had gone here, we had gone there, we had done this, we had done that. We had met up with some people, did a live stream, did this, and we were successful. We got our oven, right?
Yeah.
You got your oven finally. We got the hot tip on where we can find an oven. Let's see, look on Phil's government website for the facts. Yeah, go to a website, go to a governmental thing. You ask guys like me or Geo or anybody else. That's where we would get our information. And I just don't pay any attention to it. Even the government. Here's the one reason why. We had a notice for the last week, and I don't mean to harp on this, that we were going to have a brownout today for a week. And so that was the official notice. And restaurants made special accommodations to get generators if they didn't already have one so they could stay open. People made plans, reservations, resorts today are expecting to be booked because people will leave here and they'll drive someplace else outside of the brownout zone and go to a resort and spend the day. That's just what people do if they can afford it. And then, like last night, they came out with the thing that said, we changed our mind. Hey, Paul, what's going on? Thank you. Thanks for joining in. I know it's unscheduled, but we just like to come out and chat with you guys. Yeah, it is. Ann, what are you doing? Little Ann, we saw little Ann yesterday.
Yeah.
And what did you buy? I know, baby, you and Baby May went shopping.
Yeah.
And Ann Baby bought a little door decoration. Hey, good morning, King.
Good morning, Kinley.
All right. King's got me a special microphone over there in Korea, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
For the
Yeah, we were on King's stream yesterday. Should bring you on next time. Like what happens? Peak of the virus, yeah. I saw your video with P. She's an awesome gal. You don't see, honestly, that often anywhere. Yeah, P was fun to have over. Of course, she came in, used and abused me, and I've never heard from her since. But that's okay. But we had fun with her, and she's got a good little show. Her show, I told her during the time that her and I were together, and I think I said it on the video because I haven't rewatched the video. But once she described what she's doing, and I thought about what I do, I told her to her face and on the video, I said, you know what? You and I could not be more opposite. P's show and my show, just for what it's worth, could not be any more different. She scripts out every single solitary word that she speaks. She works on it and has sets and special effects and a beginning screen and an end screen and all these accounts and all these things. And I think that's awesome because you need variety out there. Yeah, I'm an old guy. She's a young girl. And I think it's super. That's why I promote as many people as I can on my little channel for what it's worth, because I think diversity makes for a healthy atmosphere for the entire YouTube community. So there might be guys or gals that just, don't want to listen to me. They can't relate to me, but they can definitely relate to a 25-year-old female. So yeah, I'm all in. Anybody wants to come on and promote themselves, yeah, I'm good with it. Let's see, I think I'm getting behind. I have a friend and Filipino wife heading to northern Mindanao through Cebu next week. Tickets by Philippine Airlines, LA to Mactan direct. We'll let you know how it goes. Okay, well, let us know. Hey, Freeboard, what's up, buddy? Da Nang is a great place. Or Nha Trang, yeah. I was in Nha Trang. It was pretty. It was nice. It was clean. Infrastructure was good. But I honestly got bored. I was there for about 3 weeks, and it was just too small. I think there wasn't enough. I don't know. It kind of got, I don't know, small, and the language was tough. Cape Cod, Massachusetts. How you doing, Frank? I've always wanted to go there. I've always wanted to go there. I've always wanted to go there. I love history. A lot of history out there. And Cape Cod, I don't know. It's just one of those places I've always, ever since I was a kid, I've longed to go out there. All the New England states and stuff I'd love to see. Yeah, there you go. Check the flights. Landing. Hello, how are you? I went to the dentist in California that used a rag to clean my mouth instead of rinsing. That's funny. But please understand I've been canceled twice. First one was back in May, never got a refund. As of yet, the second time they told me 12 to 16 weeks before refund. Just be careful. Yeah, that's good. That's why I don't like to give advice. And that's why I say my friend told me he's doing this, because I don't want you guys holding my feet to the fire if it backfires. But what my friend does is he orders, and he likes Orbitz because he said that they charge the most, but they have the best customer service. So he pays the extra money to get the extra service. And I went the cheap route when I was coming home from Vietnam, and it ended up costing me more money. So You know, you got to look at stuff like how much is your luggage going to cost to check, or if you have an extra bag, and they tend to charge for that up front. And just what you pay is what you do. You're not surprised once you get to the friggin' airport. Let's see, when it opens here, I want to guess the first of the year. That's my best guess scenario. I've been saying that for a few months. I just, for some reason, I think once we get through the winter season and all this stuff, I think it's, this virus has to have some sort of course that it runs. From what I understand, it's weakening. What I heard is that a virus wants to stay alive. And so if it kills its host, it too shall die. So if it's weakening, you'll get sick, but you don't die, and therefore the virus gets to live also. Again, that's what I've heard. I don't know if it's true. What about delayed rents as the evictions about to occur in the Philippines? I have not heard. That's a good question. I think that's more of an American or European problem because of the unemployment deal. Out here, I'm positive the Philippines government's not doing anything for the local people. Most retirees like myself, we have an income stream that's pretty much protected, like my Social Security. I get my check whether I want it or not on the second Wednesday of every month. So I pay my rent. It's not an issue. Um, as far as evictions, it's nothing like America out here. I don't even know. I wouldn't know how to honestly tell you. I don't have any information on that. That's a good question though. But I imagine that would just get worked out between the landlord and the tenant. Let's see. So let's see. Hey, Paul, recently found your channel. I've gone back and started to watch all your videos from the beginning. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you. Welcome to the channel. I've heard that too. I've heard Da Nang is amazing also. If I ever went back to, Vietnam, I would just go to Saigon and see what there is to see and then come back home. Again, I like to go, I like to come back. I like to go spend 2 weeks and then come back, or 3 weeks, whatever the case might be. And the only reason I would stay in Saigon is twofold. Number one, I got to figure that there's enough to see there to keep me occupied for a couple of weeks, and it would be mission accomplished. And I also feel like there would be plenty of shopping opportunities, which would be stuff that I'd like to do, be able to maybe find some clothes that fit for a change, maybe have a little better option as far as electronics, because it's very limited out here. And when I say electronics, I'm talking about headphones and microphones, nickel dime stuff, tripods, stuff that her gimbals, her and I need all that stuff. You can't just roll in and find it. And the last reason and the most important reason, no connecting flights. And I would just fly from Manila or Cebu to Saigon. And then when the 2 weeks is up, if Baby May's with me or not, her or I or myself alone, get on the friggin' plane in Saigon, take the hotel, take the bus ride or whatever to the airport, and fly back into Manila or Cebu. And then it's an easy trip back to Getty. I've been watching your channel for a few months from Canada. Well, appreciate you, Rob. I hope you like it. All right. Steve, hi, Paul. Love the channel. Keep up the great content. I know you're doing this for yourself, but it's very helpful to hear about Jim and Getty. Yeah, that's kind of like the side effect. You hit the nail on the head there, Steve. I do this as a video diary of my life. It's selfish. I do it for myself. But I share it with the world. And I think through osmosis, I end up talking about things that guys and gals pick up on. And so some of the nuances, so that maybe if they do come over here, they're kind of educated, but not intentionally. Let's see. Wow, my 144th subscriber still watching. Thank you very much, Dave. Appreciate you. You're doing a great job. No worries. Well, thank you very much. I hope you guys like the last few videos I've done with the girls. And then before that, we were doing, I've been getting like 3 in a day, right? And then 2 in a day.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we did the orphan, we did Elmi, right?
Yeah.
And then we did Andy, the Karate Kid, and then we did Bijou, the ballet dancer.
Yeah.
And I was only supposed to do one. And then yesterday, was it yesterday? No, it was the day before yesterday. I interviewed Sean's girlfriend.
Yeah.
And then
Gio girlfriend.
Gio's was just here, and he says, "Hey, why don't you interview my girlfriend?" So been knocking them out 2 and 3 at a time. Yeah, because of the Roosters. Gaylord is the real star of the show. Without him, we have nothing. Easy. Easy. For me, easy. I don't hear a thing. I honestly don't. Yeah, learning about the Philippines. Yeah, yeah. And if your fiance lives out here, I take it you're coming out here at some point in time to turn her from a fiance into a married woman. Oh yeah, I like the '50s look too, bro. In fact, when I moved out here, one of my first impressions within the first 24 hours was that I'd gone back to the '50s because there were things going on that I had forgotten about, like gas station attendants. You know, that was a '50s thing, kind of moved into the '60s a little bit. But all the service orientated stuff that America used to have before it went automated still exists out here. And it's really a nice touch. It's nice to pull into a gas station. And that was one of the things I dreaded. Of all the things, I hated buying gas. Because you pull into the station, I always had to try to remember which side my gas tank was on. I was always flipping cars. I was in the business, so they'd give you a car or whatever. But anyway, and then the credit card thing or the debit card thing would rarely work. You need to go inside the 7-Eleven or wherever you were at to buy gas. Wait in line, tell them you want $20 on pump number 8. They do their thing. Go out, lift up the handle. It doesn't work. You got to put it down. You got to go back inside. Yell at the girl. Not yell at the girl, but tell her, "Hey, pump number 8." She go, "Oh yeah." And you should hit the button. You go back. Anyway, here you just pull up and put the gas in. Well, good morning, Barry. I appreciate that. It is a wry sense of humor, isn't it? Who's that guy? Hey, do you know him?
Yep.
What's his name?
Sir Ian.
Oh, you said Ian this time. You didn't say Ian.
I need to learn that.
You did. You did a good job.
Good morning, Sir Ian.
Good morning, my friend. We miss you.
Yep.
Albany, Georgia, USA. Good to see you, Paul. Where's Baby Mace? Right here.
Yeah, I'm her.
Yeah, it's probably an older comment. I'm going slow. Yeah, Gaylord, he did his hair this morning, so he looks really nice. I've got to get him a new pair of shoes. They taste better than they sound. And he's referring to chickens. Good morning from Pecan, right around the corner. Well, they did a big deal over at PJ's over there in your neck of the woods. Big advertisement for the Brownout. He's got lights, he's got cameras, he's got action, beautiful food. And that poor guy, one comment was the only thing missing is the Brownout. You're all ready for it. And then the skies opened up. So I feel sorry for these business owners out here, man. Some of them just can't catch a break. You know, they're doing the best they can to accommodate us. And look at that. My fiance used to live in
Caloocan.
Caloocan, okay. You say that better than me. She had water restrictions every day in the afternoon until early in the morning. Yeah, we had water issues at our old place. Not the place's fault, but Valencia Water District will ration water. And for some reason, they ration it when there's a lot of it. Like when it really rains a lot, for some reason, something goes wrong and they have to shut it down and clean out some pipe or something. What kind of poisonous snakes do they have? I don't know what the name of the snakes are, but I know that there's green ones that my friend, who's the guy we went to dinner with? Mark's friend. I think his name's Martin.
Martin.
Yeah, Martin. He lives in a house and he's got all kinds of snakes in the trees.
Yeah, because
and
the bamboo.
bamboo.
Yeah, bamboo tree.
Bamboo tree. And so anyway, the snakes blend in with the foliage. And what was I going to tell you? Oh, it's called a three-step snake. If it bites you, the farthest you can go is 3 steps before you fall over dead. Similar to a brownout. Hey, Darren's Travels, how you doing, guy? You need to come on the show sometime, Bubba. No, I was talking about funny wishes I'd seen when Anthony went back to the somewhere very expensive, like 150,000, 100,000 pesos. Lynn and Anthony went. Okay, I'm not sure. Maybe that's a different conversation. Hi, Ken. Nice to meet you, or see you rather. I think Lynn, she bought 10,000 pesos. Okay. White dog goes to buy a car in the Philippines. Just don't. It's pretty useless. You don't really use it much. A bike looks pretty useless. Yeah, I'm an anti-car guy. And I was in the car business forever. And they've gotten way too stupid as far as the price. They've got way too much stupid equipment that you just don't need, in my humble opinion. You know, you really need seat warmers for kids back on your massive SUV. I could tell you guys stories about bad decisions people made when it came to buying cars until put you to sleep. Put me to sleep. Hey, from Little Rock, Arkansas, how you doing, Terry? Good day to you. This is from Rose Empire. Good day to you and everyone here watching you. And then getting likes your channels and Sismay channel. Add you on Facebook. Small YouTuber here. Okay, Rose. We can do that. I'd like to see your radio description. I think you're talking about the cars. I'm not sure. From Eau Claire, Wisconsin. Hi. Another Paul. Right on. Rose Empire. Okay, so you and Darren are hooked up. We so overcomplicate our lives. And you know what? It's to me what drove me nuts was not only were you buying a bunch of stuff that really had no business even being in a car. The only thing I agreed on were the safety things, the new whiz bang safety stuff. It's like my dad's in his 90s and he doesn't drive too much now, but I did sell him a Ford Taurus and I hooked him up with blind spot warning and backup sensors and all that kind of stuff just to make it safe. That I agree with. That's got logical sense to it. It's going to help keep you alive or out of an accident, lower your insurance premium. And those extras were maybe $1,000, I think, and I thought they were well worth it. But when someone inks up $12,000 for some sort of trim package, you know, like Cadillac, I never sold Cadillacs, but Cadillac had this gold package that they sell, and it's like $12,000 for some gold rims and emblems and special leather, and it's just all going to look like hell in a year anyway, especially in Vegas. So anyway, I rant on. But the point being is that you buy a car, you should have a payment of like $300 to $400 maximum. But these guys were inking up for 7, 8, and like I said, 1,000. And then by the time I left, $1,200, $1,300 a month for 6 years to buy a depreciating asset, something that's just going to be worthless by the time you get done paying for it. How does that make you feel? What do I do for a living now? I am retired, so I'm on Social Security, so I do zip up. I do YouTube. We pick up some money there. Hey, Alexander says hi.
Hello, good morning. Thank you for watching. What's that girl?
Huh? Alexandria. Yeah, that would be a girl. Hi from Pennsylvania. Hi, Robert. Thanks for coming on the little show. Hello, Houston, Texas. Bill Pruitt says hi.
Hi, Bill.
Trying to get to his comments. We got 277 people in the house.
Wow, thank you.
Wow, nice.
Thank you for watching.
Our buddy Jim Burns. He's
Oh,
cooking,
Jim.
good looking.
Yeah, good morning, sir.
Right. Paul, can a guy bring his collection of firearms there? He plans on retiring. Just a question about gun control. No, you're not allowed to own a gun as a expat. Bring them or buy them. You can't have a gun. Oh yeah, it's time for your plug. I almost forgot. You got to promote yourself. Shameless self-promotion is alive and well. So tell everybody the name of your channel, baby.
Oh, guys.
It's an entire speech.
my channel, guys, is Baby Me Cooking Adventure, guys. But it's little.
And what do you do on Baby May's Cooking Adventures? What if somebody watches a video, what will they see? They'll see you cooking, and they'll see you go on an adventure.
I like the thing, cooking and adventure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I like adventure.
And you went on an adventure yesterday.
Yeah.
That's why we were tired. Where did we go yesterday?
Yes.
Where did we go? Do you remember?
Yeah, and there are place, very nice view. It's very funny.
Clearwater, Florida. Hi, Jeffrey.
Good morning, Sir John.
Yeah, I totally relate to that, John. Let's see. Paulie, been subscribed to your channel for a while. Don't usually comment. Okay, I can appreciate that. Here in the States, wife is a Filipino. Oh, cool. But she got stuck there after I left there. My name is Paul, too. So you're separated from your wife. I'm sorry to hear that, bro. I hope you can get back to her or she can get back to you. Yeah, May is a lot more confident now. She's grown a lot.
Because Daddy will always tell me.
Well, people have a lot of confidence inside of them, but they beat themselves up, but they don't let it blossom. And so, if you just, I don't know, I'm not giving advice. What I tried to do is encourage baby, and never pushed her or never made her do anything.
Yeah.
And I learned a long time ago that if I give her a suggestion, it goes right over her head. But if one of her girlfriends tells her the exact same thing, she'll listen to her. So I used to say, hey, come on the show with me. And she'd say, oh, no. And then one day, one of her girlfriends said, hey, why don't you go on the show? And she said, oh, yeah, that's a good idea. That worked. Hello, May from Darren's Travels.
Oh, good morning, Sir Darren. Thank you so much. Always you share the video.
He always shares our videos. You're right. He is a very sweet guy.
And then your video.
Yeah, now she's the life of the party, David. You got that right. Hey, there's a hi from Ron and his wife.
Good morning, Sir Ron. That's wife or Sir Ron? I confused it.
Oh, I lost it. Yeah. Is there Philippine wine? I don't think so.
Philippine wine is coconut wine.
Yeah, that's not like moonshine.
Like the vinegar.
Yeah.
That is Philippine wine.
Yeah. That kind of stuff. That's called four-step. You think that snake bite's bad? Take a shot of that stuff.
Yeah, promise. I saw you. I gave you for example.
What are you going to give me for example? What's that?
That is
that
coconut.
So what do you do with that?
Vinegar.
And then what? And that turns into alcohol? You turn that into wine? What do they do with it?
Sometimes my father before.
Yeah.
That is drink.
Well, no wonder he can't walk. I used to feel sorry for him. Okay.
Explain.
I had to send Gracie some money to request a song. She's great, bro. Yeah, Gracie was on my show, and she's got a little side hustle. So if you send her some money, I guess, she'll sing a song for you. We actually was like, that's a pretty good idea. I like that. She's an entrepreneur. She's a capitalist, just like yours truly. Only I'm a retired capitalist. But I love that about these girls. They come out of the province, and they got this future of cleaning other people's houses or something. And that's just the reality of it. And then they get hooked up with knuckleheads like us. And if we take an interest in their future, like these guys have done, Steve, Gio, myself, and whatnot, we try to get them started on their own little adventures in cooking and whatever, so they can have their own business, if you will. And so Gracie has this great talent of singing. She's a super singer.
Yeah.
Star Search material.
She engaged the boyfriend.
She's engaged to her
Yeah.
boyfriend. That's what all she wants to talk about.
Foreigner boyfriend.
And,
Yeah, that's true.
and so she was on the show day before yesterday. So people got her act and they went and looked at her and saw her channel. And she sings a song. And she's 4'7", and she sings like she's 8 feet tall. Her voice is just super powerful. And then she came up with this awesome idea: is to, if you send her some money, I don't know what the number is, she'll do a song for you. You can do a song request. And bands do that all the time. They said, for 100 pesos, I can go up to a live band out here and request a song. So I think it's great. Yeah, it's much better now. We are on a little fiber deal here. It's not fast. We don't have a lot of speed or anything, but it's constant. It's steady. It's not fading in and fading out and going off and going on. And I'm always reconnecting or rebooting. So that's all I wanted, man. I don't need the best. I don't need the fastest. I don't need the biggest. But I just wanted constant. So yeah, it is. It's a big improvement. So are we getting behind here or what? Back in the 2000, I bought a Ford Windstar. I had a rear air front. I went to a show. I had a dog. I went to this smart car, which is down that room. But yeah, well, you know what? That's a necessary thing. Like I said, I want radio, I want air, I want automatic, and I want to be safe. So sure, I had 3 kids. I had van on top of van on top of van, and they all have rear air because it's, especially in Vegas, you get into a car, it's like 112 degrees, so you have to vent the windows, turn on both the air cons, and keep everybody comfortable. Okay, Nelda, just saying hi and a blessed Sunday to Sir Paul and baby May. I'm late today to start watching you from Singapore. I didn't know you were in Singapore. I thought you were here. Have a great day yourself. You got the long distance relationship going on.
Thank you, Nelda, for watching.
Yeah. Do locals in country areas have full electricity and utilities? No. Not all of them. Not all of them. Some is just not available, and other ones just can't afford it. May, I was talking to May about her early to bed, early to rise routine. And she told me that when she lived out in the province, everybody went to bed at 6 o'clock. And I said, well, why is that? She said, because it's dark. I said, well, why didn't you turn on the lights? She said, we didn't have any lights. Okay, that makes sense. So she's early to bed, early to rise. Girl, you're up at 3 o'clock. You go and pray.
Yeah.
Yeah.
3 a.m.
That's right. Those are fancy. That's right. No guns for foreigners. Thank God. That's what we need. Some drunk running around with a gun. Once I rose up at 3 a.m. in the province and said I needed the CR. Or this padlock. And then that night sleeping, she said, it's hanging out the window. And no one cares. That's the beautiful part, Just no one cares. I want to make sure I haven't skipped anybody here. I get away. I get to talking.
Sige for Bisaya, tatay, nanay.
Let's see here. Your channel is refreshing. I think I got away from it. Here, see here. Your channel is refreshingly simple. Well, I'm a simple man. And I'm simple-minded.
Very simple, beautiful, and very kind. Very funny.
Thank you, though. Thank you, Rob. Appreciate it. Besides the religion, is there a big difference in how the Filipino and the Thai girls treat their men? In your humble opinion, yeah, there's a big difference. I always felt that the Thai girls were disconnected. Now, it might have just been from where I was at, but they don't have, and I believe it's probably got some sort of basis on the fact that that's more of a Buddhist society. This is more of a Christian society. I haven't really delved into that or given it any deep thought. But my impression of the Thai girls was that they were sweet and nice and humble and all that kind of stuff, but they weren't really feeling it. You know what I mean? It was just sort of like I don't know, it's hard to put my finger on. They were just sort of nonchalant about the whole thing. And here, the Filipinas are they're all in. You know, once you're going, it's an all in deal. I didn't feel that way in Thailand. I never had any close girlfriends in Thailand. When I was there, it wasn't really my main drive. It wasn't my main motivation. I was actually more involved in church over there. Let's see. I love your channel and Baby May's channel. Well, great. The interviews are great. When you moved, I was worried about the chicken. Yeah.
Thank you.
Well, the chicken was the priority when we moved. Is it hot there, Philip? Nice to meet you, man. Do most people have Wi-Fi? Is it mostly in the city? It's kind of a tough question for me to answer because I'm only here in Dumaguete, and the internet here is just painfully bad to begin with. So, do most people have Wi-Fi? Most people, if I was to try to answer that, have what's called load, which is on their phone, and it's a phone, and I don't really understand all that. But it's not. It's like no. But you know when you have it's on data is the word I'm looking for. Data on their phones is primarily what you use, and then when that's used up, they're no longer online. And in fact, we go to places that are supposed to have Wi-Fi, and we can't even connect to it. So, and then I switch my phone over to data, and I can get my messages. Weird. Well, Paul, please don't promote me because Rose says if I get 1K likes on any one video, she'll make me wear a pink tutu for a tea party with our girls for YouTube. Stay away, please. Well, Bill, come on the show. I'd like to see that. Brownout, I believe, is when the electricity goes out during the day, and it's called a blackout when it happens after dark. That very well may be. I never gave it any thought. I just know in America they call it blackouts. Here they call it brownouts. I think that sort of started because they used to be rolling brownouts. In other words, the whole city didn't just collapse and go black. It would be a portion of the city would go dark for 3 or 4 hours while they trimmed trees or did maintenance, and they'd fire that back up, and then they would go to another section of the city and they would do maintenance and replace a generator or an alternator or whatever the hell they do. Dr. Detroit, for my height, well, thank you very much. You know what? We'll put that towards May's gimbal. And then I want to buy some. Thank you very much, Dr. Detroit. I want to buy some of these light things that are like umbrellas.
Oh, yeah.
And David was telling me that they fold right up, that they're small, they can be put away because we don't want a bunch of crap in the house, you know. But you can put them in a corner, you barely know they're there. They're just like an umbrella. But apparently they fold out and they're like, I don't know, like concave, kind of like a satellite. And they got a light inside of the middle of them. And you can put it behind you or you can put it in front of you. And he recommends getting 2 of them so that you can just sort of play with it. Because if I sit out there in my living room where the windows are, here we don't have any light issues because we got diffused light here in our bedroom/dining room. But out there, it goes in and it goes out. It goes in and it goes out. So I moved it to here for now because it's constant and the contrast is good. So I appreciate that, bro. Yeah, thanks again. Let's see. Desert Southwest California. Well, welcome aboard, Jesse Guzman. Running rampant here in southern states. Florida, not so much. New Orleans, Louisiana, Texas. I don't know if you're following the news or getting the information where you are. When you say running rampant, I assume you're talking about COVID. I haven't been watching the news. In fact, when we moved into this apartment, we no longer have cable TV. We have a smart TV. So if I wanted to see the news, I could do it. So it would be 23 hours later, I think, if I watch Fox or CNN or ABC or any of the other American channels, and I just want to catch up, BBC, there's, you name it. I don't really believe their news anymore. Back in the day, when I watched news, it was 25 minutes, and they would tell you how many people died in Vietnam during the war, and then they would move on to where the forest fire was, and then they would announce that, someone got into a car accident, and they're awaiting the results, and then they would talk a little bit about politics. So and so is running for whatever position, and then the weather would come on, and then sports would come on, and they'd do 5 minutes at the end of the show showing, a cat chasing a dog or something funny because they were actually done with all the news. And that's all it takes. You want to report the news? About 30 minutes, give everybody all the information they need. And now it's turned into a 24-hour, 7 opinion cycle. So I don't even call it news anymore. That's all I have to say about that. Let's see. The courts of the states aren't taking eviction cases right now, as they shouldn't. The landlord can charge 12% interest on the rent owed, but not much else landlords can do until eviction courts reopen. Yeah, there's a double-edged sword there in that we all feel terrible about the family of 4 being thrown out on the street over something that they were powerless about. In other words, they've lost their job, their income, the stimulus check got lost, it went to some dead person instead of them, the usual law. And then, so that's where your heart goes out to. But then there's always 2 sides to every story. What about the landlord? Maybe he's counting on that rent coming in so he can pay his bills or her bills. So I'm sure it's going to be a cluster. You know what? All right, we did that. I think I'm getting behind here. Sorry. Let's see. I got the COVID-19 virus myself. My wife, she's a nurse, and she brought it home. I'm recovered. I'm convinced that baby May and I have already had COVID also. When I came home from Vietnam, I came home December or January? January. I was there in December. And I was around nothing but Chinese people in Vietnam. And the reason I say that is, of course, I was around Vietnamese, but there is just a ton of Chinese tourists going into where I was at. Chinese own a lot of land, property. They would bus Chinese people in, and it was a whole industry of tourism. And so I was on planes with them during this whole enchilada. And when I came back in January, May and I were in bed for about 30 days. And we went to the doctor, and they said, "Oh, you got an upper respiratory infection." Remember, I went and bought the Z-Pack thing, and they said that's what to buy. So we took the Z-Pack, and we felt good for about 12 minutes. And then we both went, and I was sweating. And I know, I was like night sweats. And May was out of energy. And it ran all the way into February. And in fact, on my birthday, we were supposed to go. I went to Apple Island. She couldn't get out of bed, and it was my birthday. So she was sick. So I think that, and Mark, my friend, said he had it too, and he had been around us. So I really honestly believe that May, and we were coughing. Remember, cough, hard to breathe, hard to breathe. And I smoke, and I know that's bad. You get the smoker's cough, but this was no smoker's cough. This was like elephant on your chest cough. And she was constantly, I don't mean to be graphic, but we were both spitting up and coughing, and for a month, over a month. So I really think, at the end of the day, listening to all the stuff I'm listening to, I think her and I already had it survived. And I think my friend Mark already had it too. Sorry, I got off on another tangent. Peter, actually, a brownout is a small area that's mostly planned to save power. A blackout of the world. Yeah, that's kind of what I was saying. Oh, yeah, thanks. It's kind of a rolling thing where it just goes out in sections. Aloha, Brad. Remember, what was that movie? Fast Times at Ridgemont High. Aloha, Mr. Hand.
Aloha. What's that?
Oh, that's so funny.
The country?
It's way before your time. Fast Times at Ridgemont High. I actually read the book prior to the movie coming out. They were both hysterical. Let's see, he was canceled twice by American-owned airline. Phil Air may board them. I personally don't know if he can get out of the airport. He's willing to quarantine for 2 weeks. I'm not sure he will stop. So personally, I mean, unless you just got to get here, I would just hold off till, the first flight comes, lands, and they don't throw you in a hotel or someplace for 14 days. That's my personal opinion. There are two kinds of common brownouts: power outages and diarrhea. You got that right. Let's see, 13A visa, been in the Phils for 15 years. I'm stuck in California since March. Korean Air canceled me on July 16th and July 25th. Again, just yesterday, I tried to fly out on, I don't know what SFO is on yesterday. Yeah, I would just say keep it on there, Tom. I think you're doing it the right thing. You're booking and they're canceling, but one day you're going to book and they're not going to cancel. Is got to be the result. Yeah, Edith. Edith got me my coffee this morning.
My new name, Edith. Oh my God.
Edith Bunker. You want coffee?
I like I like my new name is Bodyguard.
Bodyguard.
Bodyguard checkpoint.
That's right, Bodyguard checkpoint. All stuff. Saigon plus a few days in Town. Okay. I guess that's nearby. I mean, I was just sort of like, my buddy was in Trang, and so that was my focus. I went to go see him primarily, and I knew we'd have a good time, which we did, and we raced all around. A lot of Russians there. And it was not necessarily a bad thing, but they're a different sort of people, and a little kind of strict. My friend just told me, I read an article that the 13A would be allowed on August 28th. Is this true? Again, I don't know. I know there's some long-term visas. I don't pretend to have them all memorized because I'm just not a tourist. But that seems to make the most sense. In other words, if I was married to Baby May and I was stuck in the States and I'm trying to get home to my wife and I own property here, I mean, that's got to have some more weight than just some guy that wants to come here for 2 weeks and go snorkeling. Yeah. Do you see yourself marrying again? Yeah, probably. Yeah. Yeah. Not the Baby May, but yeah.
Really? I'm sleeping. I'm not sleeping. I think someday I'm dreaming about that.
If I could ever meet a nice girl, sure.
I'm not.
This
I'm
poor
not a
woman, I
nice
just break
girl.
her balls all day.
I get it wrong.
Let's see, because you're so relatable, it would behoove you to open a YouTube channel to give advice. The problem with giving advice, man, is I couldn't live with myself if it was wrong. In other words, I do my best to advise people by telling you what I did and what the result was. And then I just rely on your own good judgment and intelligence on deciphering that. Would you have handled it that way? Would you have made that mistake? Or did you learn from my mistake? By me saying, that's kind of like advising you. But for me to say, yeah, you should come to the Philippines because it's going to cure this problem that you have, I can't do it. I give advice to people if I know them personally. And if they ask me for advice, I never just chum up and say, hey, by the way, I can fix that problem you're yapping about. That they come to me and go, hey, Paul, I got a problem, and or I've got a victory. Can I share it with you, or can I get your input on it? I'm sure.
You're good for advice.
Well, sometimes.
Sometimes. Always.
Peace to you too. Come on. Love and peace to all of you. Yeah, from Detroit.
Paulie, wow.
You got it with a name like Paulie. You got to be from Detroit. Yeah, those girls. I think you're referring to King and Gracie. I always forget everybody's name. But yeah, they were fun. It was impromptu. Actually, Gracie was kind of scheduled. Sean wanted me to do, he asked me a couple of weeks ago, can Gracie come on your channel? And I said, yeah, of course, absolutely. Everybody's welcome. And then it was just a matter of scheduling, getting together at the right time and this and that and the other. And finally, they came up day before yesterday. Sean and Gracie came up, right? Yeah, that's how it went. And we did the interview and we shot the breeze. And then we went to the Cliff House for lunch. And it turned out that Gio and Ging were there.
Yeah.
And then Steve and Jesse were there.
Yeah.
Anybody else? That was it, right?
Yeah.
So there were 6 of us. And then it started to rain a little bit. And I said, well, we're close. Everybody come over to my apartment. So we had the whole crowd over here yesterday. And then Gio said, hey, how about Ging going on your show too? Sure. So that's how it happens. Hi, Shackle. I hope I'm saying that right.
Korean Shackle?
No, he's from Mississippi.
Ah.
But he may be in Korea. You never know.
Sorry.
Don't be sorry. It's all right. I live in a time when Asians were called Orientals. That Bud Brown and I shouldn't repeat this. I won't repeat it. Bud Brown and I had a joke, but we won't repeat it. Hey, Shannon. Howdy, Arkansas. Can you explain when tipping is appropriate and is it different than the U.S.? Yeah, tipping is, I have found, is an American thing, and that's it. I mean, they don't tip in Australia. They don't tip in Europe. They don't tip in Asia. It's an American thing, and all the other guys kind of hate us because we started this trend of leaving our servers tips. So you can walk into a restaurant, eat, drink, whatever, and not leave them a penny, and no one's going to get offended because it's really not expected. I'll leave a tip if I know the person personally and kind of I know their circumstances. So a lot of times I'll know that this woman is, bringing me whatever it is I ordered at the restaurant. I know she's got 3 kids and she's a single. So her, I try to get a little extra money. If I go to a strange place and the service is absolutely abysmal and the guy is ignoring me, then I don't leave a tip because tip means to ensure prompt service. That's the meaning of tip, to ensure prompt service. And so when I first met May, she didn't say anything, but then once we got, into the rhythm of being boyfriend, girlfriend, I would leave a 50 peso tip and May would take a look at it. She'd pick the 50 pesos up, give it back to me and put a 20 down. Yeah, that's all they need. So, the Filipinos, they don't tip at all. Just not even. Oh, you're planning to move to Mindanao ASAP. Okay. Yeah, I guess they do. There's a lot of snakes out here, and I've never seen one. So, bamboo viper could be. I don't know. The guy had pictures on his phone. It was green. It was real pretty, and apparently it's a very docile snake. It kind of goes after birds, and so he had his camera really close to the snake and took a big close up on it, and it didn't strike out at him or anything. It's a non-aggressive type of snake that he's got, which is probably why he's never been hurt. And they live up in the trees. They're not on the ground where you step on them. So, if you're going to have a snake, I guess that's the one to have. 3 step, yeah. 3 steps and you're done. If it does bite you, it's over. See you and girlfriend. Back at you. Well, the green ones are boom slang and very deadly, yeah, and attack from above. Also, the Philippine cobra can kill in less than an hour. Yes, apparently they've got some of the most deadly snakes on the planet out here. You have to buy bottled water to drink from there, and if so, how does it taste? I didn't like the bottled water in Thailand, so I wondered how they compare. Well, up until we moved in here, we were buying bottled water. We still have bottled water. We don't use it though. Well, a little bit, I guess. But the tap water here comes from a different water source. So we have two sources of water at the new apartment. One's from Valencia Water, good old Valencia Water, and that's kind of ugly water, muddy and not filtered and all that kind of stuff. And then there's another artesian type of water that's up here that they've tapped into, and that goes into our system, and it's also filtered once again. So Baby May makes my coffee, and we just drink water straight from the kitchen sink. So that's nice, and it tastes fine. What else is your question? How does it taste? It tastes fine. The bottled water, you're right. I think it tastes a little funky. I think that's because of the plastic, though. I don't know. Could be the container. There's cobras and rice paddies, and vipers up in the trees in the forest, sea snakes in the seas, and dogs, wolf snakes, and there's some rocks or logs. Yeah, I don't do the snorkeling thing. I mean, well, I shouldn't say, I don't do the scuba thing. I do snorkeling now and then. And I was told that there was one place where you shouldn't go because there's all these little water snakes, and they're very aggressive. So who needs that? You know? Hello again. Uh-oh, Leo says hi.
Hello, Leo. Good morning. Thank you for watching.
Yeah, that's true, Bill. If you do just the normal water that comes out of the tap, like we have water out front that's used to water the plants. If we were to use that water, I would get sick. I don't know about baby, but I would get sick. But the one that we've got filtered and comes from a different source is fine. There you go.
Wow,
Wow, look at that.
sexy.
Yeah, we need to get her over here as soon as possible.
Oh, YJ.
Line up this interview right away.
Good morning, Giselle.
Thanks for coming on the show, Giselle. Love from Italy. Oh, my buddy Carlo. You're the sweetest guy. I hope you come here soon so I can meet you.
Italy is yours.
Yeah. From Chicago. All right. I hope everything mellows out down there. I heard it's getting a little squirrely. Thank you. Thank you very much, Alex. Dealers are offering 84 a month. They have to. They have to. It's stupid money. It's just dumb money. I bought my first brand new Toyota Celica in 1981, and it was a 10th anniversary edition. It was my first brand new car. It had a manual sunroof, two-tone paint. I remember it like it was yesterday. Whiz-bang computer. It has a whiz-bang stereo, cassette player, radio, Hevel, amplifier deal. Power windows, power door locks, cruise control, had all this stuff. It was my first car. I fell in love with it. I researched it. I wanted my first car to be really nice, and I bought it for $8,000 out the door. That's tax, license, everything. 8K. And I can remember I put down $4,000, and my payment was like, I don't know, $98 for 2 years or something like that. And that car is as good a car. If you sell me that car brand new right now, same body style, for $8,000, I would buy it. And now that car is about $80,000. So go figure. Does the same thing. We are good this morning, Bob C. Thanks for coming along, buddy. I don't know if we're getting behind here or not. I'm trying to hit everything. Are you still a smoker? And is Baby May a smoker too? Talking cigarettes. No, she's never smoked. Yeah, I am still a smoker.
I'm not a smoker.
That's a good
I'm
girl.
not dry.
A good girl.
It's very bad smell.
That's right. But we got cigars, so we're gonna start something else. Surprise, Arizona. I think I've been to Surprise, Arizona. How are you? My favorite trio, Old Dog, Baby May, and Gaylord. Best wishes, Iowa.
Wow.
My father's from Muscatine, Iowa, so thanks for joining in.
Yeah, thank you.
Gaylord's thrilled to be here.
My God.
You want to say that out loud? Look at how the you did.
Oh my God, you're so
Nice one,
funny.
Bill.
You're so funny, ah.
Say that out loud, babe.
That it's bad.
Good morning. Thanks for coming on.
Good morning, Ron.
boyfriend Ron. Right on. Welcome along. 11.5. You know what? Is anybody dying? Or are they just getting sick? Is my question. Hi guys, cheers from Virginia Beach. I'm new to your channel, but really enjoy the information. 3 years from leaving the States. Trying to decide Thailand versus Philippines. Thanks to both of you. You're welcome, Curtis. And good luck on your journey. Do your research. Watch your videos. No, I don't think so. I got to get backlights to do that. I still haven't got those. But we got an oven. That's the main thing. Got the friggin' oven done. Thank you, Barry.
Yeah,
enjoy
thank
having
you.
you enjoy our channel. On, don't get saucy with your girlfriend. We are doing good, Phil. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah.
Yeah. He knows what you're talking about.
That is famous Filipino wine in the Philippines. Vinegar.
Well, you got to get with, if you want songs, you got to get with Gracie. She'll sing for you. We're a small fee. Hi, Paul and May. I am a subscriber. I am here in Hawthorne, California. Okay, was born in Manila. Wow, that's different. Never been to Dumaguete, but someday I will travel to that city. More power to you and May. Well, thanks so much for watching.
Thank you for
That's kind of a backwards thing. Most people are born in America and they come out here, but you were born in Manila. So I imagine if you wanted to come out here, as far as what they're talking about, as far as visas, first to get on the plane and get out of here, you would have precedence. This is your home country. I wonder what caused you to leave. Did you go there as an OFW, or were you born here and then at the age of 2, your parents immigrated? That'd be an interesting story to hear. But welcome to the show. Well, they now have 84-month loans. That's ridiculous. So what they do is they don't tell you the price of the car. They just tell you your monthly payment. Well, that's the oldest trick in the book, is to always talk about the lowest price, which is the payment, and avoid the price. And people think that you're doing that because you don't want to tell them that you're not lowering the price, when in many cases that's not the truth. It's if you talk about $60,000 or $70,000 these days, $80,000. That's such a big number. People get hung up on it, and they want to do anything they can to get it down to 50,000, which is not going to happen because there's just not that much room. So the course of least resistance is to say, yeah, but $500 or $600 a month, and that is a more relatable number for people. It's just psychology. Thanks for sharing the stream. Well, thanks for coming along, man. Philippines wine is I have a headache.
Coconut wine.
Let's see. If there is only one, less than 10 likes. Come on, guys. Oh, yeah. Well, it's all good. Worse on cars, BMW is going to charge monthly subscription for added hardware. Yeah. Yeah. GM was doing a deal with, what was it called? OnStar, which was some sort of whiz bang thing by satellite. If you got lost, you could call your OnStar guy, this and that. And just none of it's necessary, man. It's not necessary. You don't need a light to come on to tell you that you need an oil change. You just need to know that every 3,000 miles you need to change your oil. And so give yourself some credit. When your car hits 3,000 miles, you get an oil change, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18. And then you go in for your 1-year service and walk. And it's, you don't need a light or a reminder or a buzzer or a change of color, or your seat doesn't really need to be able to go into 97 different positions. and heat and vibrate and massage. You're like I kept saying to myself, I never said this to a customer, but I was saying, you're only going 7 miles. I mean, by the time you get in the car, get on the freeway, and get all this crap turned on, you're there. And you're just going to shut it down. So if you drove, one thing I will cut a break to, if there are people that drove for a living, and I did that for a while. I used to, in my younger days, I had a route that was like California, Nevada, Arizona, Utah, and I would make this big long circle. I didn't last very long, didn't like it. But if you're a guy or a gal and you drive hundreds of miles a day, you have some weird commute. My nephew, God rest his soul, Richard, God bless him, he died of cancer at a very, very young age. But he lived in a place called Palmdale, California, and worked at LAX. And he bought out in Palmdale because it was the only affordable house he could find. And that kid drove, I think, 3 hours minimum each way. And he was an air traffic controller at LAX. And then he would work his job, get in his car, and drive 3 or 4 hours back to Palmdale, Lancaster, or wherever it was he was out in the boonies. And there, you should have a very comfortable car. If it gives you a back massage on hour number 2, then yeah, he's like a trucker. Then I can see that. But for the guy that's just going, or the gal that's just going to work or to pick up the kids from school, and the primary thing that I try to, you want some advice? I'll give you some advice right here, right now. Think about buying a car. It won't be advice. I'll just give you some information. If you're thinking about going out tonight and buying a car, and you buy a brand new car, and you pay $60,000 for that car, when you park it in your driveway, it'll be worth $30,000. It's the most expensive ride you'll ever take in your car, from the dealership to your driveway. That's the depreciation of the car. When it gets worse. Thumbs up for our host. That's right, Joe.
Thank you, Joe.
Yeah, thanks, Karen. Stay on top of us because we're slowing down. Hey, my monkey, thanks for checking.
Where's monkey?
Just keep your monkey to yourself.
That's so funny.
Yeah, the bed thing, yeah. Everybody's starting to lighten up about my bed being in the front room. But I have to do my apartment tour, I know that.
Yeah.
Ed from Queens, my good buddy. Hey, thank you, sir. We appreciate
Thank you,
your chat there. Appreciate you very much. Does baby May call you Daddy Paul every day? Absolutely.
Yeah, that's
Absolutely.
my daddy.
People are thinking that's weird.
And then she called me.
No, she don't need to pinch me. I just get off of my tangents. I don't know, I'm 275 years, right? Did baby May? Nope. No. She got, well, yes, she did. She did. But what the story is, she's got it. We haven't transferred it from Google to her bank yet. What happens is we don't get this code thing for her, which I'm still working on every day. They just stopped monetizing her. They don't take. I was a little misinformed, or I didn't understand. They don't like take away her money or freeze it, so she can move her money that she makes. So far, she's made like 140 bucks on YouTube. She can move that to her bank, but after 4 months, they just stopped running commercials on her channel until you verify your address. So it's a work in progress. Google. Strawberry wine, beautiful song. I think she will kill it. Oh, is that what you ordered for from Gracie? Good one. Nice one, Doug. In the Philippines, they have a liquor called, what's that called? Then, how do you say that?
Lambanog.
Okay. Also called
Yeah.
coconut vodka.
Yeah, like that.
Like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that is vinegar.
Yeah. But did they do something with coconut too?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
The color, I think, it's orange.
Yeah. I see these guys drinking it, you know. I call it moonshine. Mark Berry, very interested to listen and learn from you, Paul. Thanks for sharing. Well, thank you very much, Mark. We appreciate the love. All right, so it's almost noon. We're gonna cut it. We're gonna give it about 15 minutes, guys. Old dog watching you from down under, land, Broken Hill, New South Wales. Come see my fiancé. Good, 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 good. Welcome. Yes, thank you, Darren, for thanking Mark. Ask money for your laughter. Good, good antidepressant. It's free, buddy. Everything we do is free. Don't stop. Man. You. Good evening from Midwest USA. Thanks, Joe. Jenny. Appreciate you. I mean, how much are you planning to spending for a chunk of land? Yeah, that's what was asked before.
Yeah.
And I don't think she really knows. I don't mean to speak for her, but I asked her the other day, I said, how much is it going to cost for you to get your land? She's like, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't.
I just know I want some. And I did an interview with a guy that's a realtor, and George, and I told him we'd have him over for dinner. And he said that there is a piece of land somewhere up the hill yonder. And so I would like to, I tried to, it's hard to pin people down on prices out here. And I would need to get myself educated on that independently of George, who has a vested interest, which is fine. You know, he should make a commission. He's working. I'm a capitalist. I think you should get a piece of the pie. But I want to just make sure that not only does when she buys the land that's free of encumbrances, she's got the full right of way, stuff that she may not be completely concerned about where I am. I do want to make sure the price is fair. Gaylord, well, that's a long story about Gaylord and the eggs. We'll have to cover that in a separate video. Load is pay as you go. You are correct. I don't know. I have no idea. Thank you for asking, Robert, but I don't know. He's disappeared. Hey, your skin looks great. Yeah, see?
Yeah.
You had some pimples. You were all concerned and embarrassed and you goofed out about
Thank
it.
you, sir.
And then we went and got you some medicine and now you're all better.
Yeah.
You're always beautiful anyway. Well, hi, Jason. I'm glad you found us. Now we can only get you to stick with us. Okay, so you got to read that because I can't pronounce
Good morning, Aldo and Bibini.
There you go.
Good morning to and thank you for watching.
There you go. About 10 minutes, guys. Yes, that's correct. Everybody read that? A brownout's like temporary and a blackout is complete. Hey, your ear fell off. He's right. You lost an ear.
It's broken.
Oh, you thought you knew that?
Sorry, it's broke.
We'll call the ambulance.
After a commercial, the coconut wine.
Yeah, that's what happens when you bring the coconut wine into play. All right, guys, I'm going to just kind of burn through these comments. We appreciate you joining us today. We love all of you. Thanks so much for being loyal, and we're going to do our best to keep you entertained and just have fun.
Yeah.
White skin. Well, I can answer that for her because the English. The white skin is kind of a status thing. And if you have dark skin, it kind of means that you work outside as a laborer. It's not really May's motivation. I think she just likes the way it looks. I think it's just a vanity thing. I don't think she doesn't judge people that way. She has a lot of friends that, laborers work outside, simple girls. Those are her best friends. So she doesn't go there. But the big attraction is also on TV, all the Filipinas and Filipinos are fair complected. And they're usually like half, right? They're like half white, half Filipino.
Yeah.
And so that's just sort of been the long nose
Yeah.
and the fair skin has been the definition of beauty out here.
Yeah, like him.
Yeah,
Very
like
long
me,
nose.
very beautiful.
Me, it's very flat nose. Monkey nose.
Well, yeah, thanks. I left that up there, and that's why my little suicide depression video is the reason that Google would not monetize me for 4 months. They said it was too controversial. I said, well, I'm leaving it up there anyway. And so they reviewed it, and after 4 months, I won. Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't know that. See, with us, it just goes off completely. The power just goes like that. It's over.
Chayo, darling.
We live in Oklahoma with 20,000 cases, can't even cross the state border without quarantine. I still want to know how many people are dying. I mean, one thing to get sick, it's another thing to die from it. From Belgium, nice.
Yeah.
Thanks for visiting. 5 minutes, guys, and we're gonna call it a day. When you leave California, what city do you usually fly out of? Well, I flew out of Nevada, so I left out of McCarran. And if I did fly out of California, it'd be LAX. Start again here, the virus. Okay. I think the virus is going to come and